Hi, I'm Tim Bartz, Internet Sales Manager here at McArthur Ford in Salina, Kansas, your source for Ford news, update, and information, including your Super Duty information. We're going through the build and price for the Super Duty, and we're covering and going through the different trim levels. And we've come to the King Ranch trim level. And in these videos, we're covering all the standard equipment plus the different packages and standalone options from the factory, as well as dealer installed options. We're not covering accessories in this. We're going to do a special Super Duty Saturday video for that. So if you like videos like this, want to stay updated on almost every Saturday for a Super Duty video and our live stream, make sure you're subscribed with the bell notification turned on so you don't miss any of these videos. So this isn't going to be a very long video, telling you that if you've watched any of the others. So that's why I've created these timestamps. So if you look down below in the comments, in the description, you pull that up, you can see the timestamps for moving around in this video. So that way it helps you transition around, whether it be on a phone or a tablet or even your desktop. You can move around in this video. So we've broken out the standard equipment into different parts, as well as the packages and even the standalone options into different parts. So feel free to move around in this. This is a resource for you to get the information you're looking for. Now, before you go and do that, I do want to tell you about that the order banks are open up right now. You can place an order with your local dealer. Now, if you're struggling with your local dealer or you want to get one scheduled fast, we are taking orders and we're doing those at invoice pricing on the Super Duty and also as a YouTube special. So make sure you mention that. And then we also do $1,000 if you finance with us as well. Now we will require a deposit, and that's because if that does schedule, it's going to be built and we can't change that. And if you don't take it when it comes in, then we need to sell that. So that's why we're asking for a deposit. Now, with that said, if you put an order in and you cancel it before it gets scheduled, we'll give you your deposit back. So we're not going to do that to you. So it's about it being built in the way that you wanted it built, and not necessarily in the way that we would order maybe our stock vehicles. So that makes some sense. So there you go. And don't worry about if you order with us, we should get you scheduled pretty quickly. We are the #1 Super Duty dealership in the state, one of the top 100 in the country. We don't have an issue with getting allocations and with getting orders scheduled, even F450s. And they're increasing the production at the start of the 26 model year. F450 production is going from up to 7% capacity. So that means 7 out of 100 vehicles will be an F450. So that's good news. Anyway, let's dive in here and talk about this. Now, one of the things you'll find on this is that the Ford does not have the build and price up on there yet. So if you're looking for it, you're going, Tim, I can't find it. Don't even worry about it. They say August 12th is when they'll have it ready. So it's a little ways away. We will have a build and price, not with pictures where it changes the look of the vehicle, but at least being able to break down the different prices. We'll have that on our website soon. They're working real hard on getting that on our website. So we'll get that up and loaded and be able to do that soon. So hopefully we'll do that. And I'll probably include that in the Super Duty Saturday video once that is live on our website. So, but let's move into this and talk about that. We are going to use a 25 model year, though, to give us some idea of looks on this. So we're going to go to the build and price, and we're going to go ahead and look for our King Ranch. It's down here somewhere. King Ranch, where is it? There it is, down there. So we're going to look for that. Let's go over the configurations available. Now, this is only available in crew cab 4x4, not available in two-wheel drive, and not available in super cab or regular cab, but is available in two different bed lengths for the F250 and F350 single rear wheel. That's the 6 3/4 bed length or the 8-foot bed length. Now, of course, dualies only available in the 8-foot bed. Makes sense. And only available in 4x4 as well for that. So let's go in, and actually we're going to go F250. We're going to go crew cab and go down to King Ranch. We're going to click on that and go in here. Let's talk about the standard engines. I got to put my glasses on. Standard engines on this. So on the King Ranch, you can see there, it is showing that the standard engine for the King Ranch is the 7.3 liter. And, I'm going to pause this because my notes, I'm showing that it's the 6.8. And I might be wrong. So let me double check this. Okay, I'm glad I did double check. It is the same as it was last year. So the standard motor on the F250s and F350s will be the 7.3 liter gas engine there for you, and the standard motor for the F450 will be the 6.7 liter Power Stroke diesel engine right here. Now, for transmissions, though, you're going to get the Torque Shift G transmission here, automatic transmission, for your F250. But your F350s, those single wheel as well as dualies will be the torque shift 10-speed automatic transmission as well as your F450. We'll get that transmission there. So that is a breakdown for that. The drive modes are going to be a normal, an eco, slippery, tow haul, the off-road mode for your 4x4, of course, standard 4x4. So you'll have that. And then also you're going to have the electronic shift on the fly for your 4x4s, and your diesel engine will get power stroke diesel engine will get an operator commanded regeneration. I get a stationary elevated idle control, a power steering and steering damper as well. And then you'll have that 710 amp dual alternator will be your alternator standard equipment there. Now, on this, you'll have the monobeam front axle with the coil spring suspension, narrow track for your F250s and F350s, and your dually will have that wide track monobeam front axle with the coil spring suspension. Now, for your gear ratios, F250s and 350s will be a non-limited slip gear ratio, and your 450s will be a 430 limited slip. We'll actually get you the breakdown of those. I get really deep and extensive on the gear ratios when we get to the optional equipment. We'll go over that. Now, for your batteries, it'll be a dual battery on this. It'll be an AGM battery. That'll be a standard heavy-duty gas shock absorbers, front stabilizer bar, and you get hill start assist as well. Now, let's get into some of the safety features for this. And we're just going to go to this image here for right now. And so we'll do that here just wait for that. All right. For safety features, we have a driver and passenger front airbag. We also have advanced track with roll stability control. So they'll help keep you on your intended path. Going into those curves too fast or whatever. Traction control as well. And you even have an engine-only traction control for your dual rear wheels. For your dualies. We do have safety canopy system with side curtain airbags, and we do have that latch system, that lower anchors and tethers for children. It's going to help you fasten those front and rear facing car seats into those rear seats. Pre-collision assist with automatic emergency braking includes forward collision warning, dynamic brake support, and pedestrian detection on the King Ranch. So that's going to detect those pedestrians. And we do get post-collision braking when we go to the King Ranch as well. Included as standard equipment. Intersection assist, like we did see in the Lariat. So if you're coming across that intersection, cars coming and you don't see it, it sees it and it'll brake your vehicle. We do also have lane keeping system, standard equipment on this. That gives you the lane keeping alert, the aid, and the driver alert, which means that if you can set it up for the aid system to help keep you in your lane, or you can do the alert system, which means you'll leave your lane, but it'll vibrate the steering wheel when you left your lane. And the driver alert will tell you if you take your hands off the steering wheel too often. I deactivate mine. Just saying. Anyway, that's stuff you can activate and deactivate in your settings there. Security lock, passive, and the theft system means only the coded key can start the vehicle. We also get SOS post-crash alert system. Honks and horns, flash lights if you're in an accident off the side of the road so people can help come to your safety. And we do have Ford security package, 1 year included, as long as you activate it. And that's going to help you with not having your vehicle get stolen. You can even lock it out if you're going to be on vacation or something. And even if somebody grabs the key and tries to take your vehicle, it'll lock it to where they can't. So that's pretty cool. Also, it'll help you get stolen vehicles back too. So pretty cool little system there. And you see that on a lot of your trucks, people that have construction sites and everything, they like to have that to protect their investment, right? So, all right, let's talk about the styling here. On the exterior, the grille, same as last year, no redesign here. We do have the bright chrome accents with the caribou inserts in there. We also do get the accent color front bumpers up here. So we're going to talk about some other ways that might change with some different packages. We do have fog lights as well in there. We'll get into that. Front sensing system as well. Daytime running light, LED reflector headlights, auto lamp, which means it'll come on automatic when it gets dark, shut off when it gets light. Those fog lights are LED. We also have auto high beams. They'll come on as well. You can activate those or deactivate them if you want. They'll come on if it's dark enough outside. Nobody coming. It'll turn those on, shut them off when somebody approaches you in the city lights. Front tow hooks are going to be black up here on the front, 2 of those. You get rain sensing wipers on this too. So if you activate that, have an intermittent setting, it'll automatically turn those wipers on and wipe them when it needs to when it's raining. We do have LED roof marker and clearance lamps. F350 dually and F450s will come standard with that. The single rear wheels will be an option for that. Let's talk about wheels for a second. The F250s and 350 single rear wheel will come with the wheel we're seeing there, a 20-inch bright machine cast aluminum wheel with unique King Ranch center cap. I think it's one of the best looking wheels that they have. The dualies will get a 17-inch forged polished aluminum wheel with the bright hub covers and center ornaments, and the 450s will be a 19.5-inch forged polished aluminum wheel with the bright hub covers and center ornaments. And then you'll get manual locking hubs as well for those. Now the tires for that, the F250s and 350s will be an LT 275 65R20E black sidewall all-terrain tire. The F350 dually will be an LT 245 75R17E black sidewall all-season tire. And then your F450 will be a 225 70R 19.5G black sidewall traction tire. So there you go. Individual tire pressure reminder system, even for the F450s for this year. We do have 4-wheel disc analog braking system. And then the F450s will get splash guards and mud flaps for those front wheels up there. And then the wheel wells, I should say. And then fender vents with a unique King Ranch logo in those on the functional vents right there. That's much bigger. Recent years here. We do have power scope, telescoping, and power folding with auto fold trailer tow mirrors. It gets you the power and heated glass, turn signal on the outside. We do also have memory for the those mirrors. We do have high intensity LED security approach lamp that's going to light the ground beside you. We also have utility lighting system is what they call it, which is a fancy word for saying LED side mirror spotlights. You also have black skull caps as well up there. So we do also have the Bliss with cross-check alert with trailer coverage as well. So that's a blind spot information system. It lights up that mirror if there's someone in your blind spot and lets you know if you're backing up without a trailer, someone crosses your path, alerts you as well. And then if you do have a trailer back there, it'll monitor the blind spot of your trailer as well. So we do have body colored door handles. You can see it right there. Intelligent access with the push button start. So just put your hands in the door handle, automatically unlock it, light to get in and out. Also use push button start. So you don't have to get the keys out to start the vehicle either. Does have remote keyless entry on that as well with a hidden key in there. And we do have remote start system too that you get as well. You see the lower two-tone on the side over here is going to be, I think it's a different color now, but you'll have that on there. Power deployable running boards as well. It does say includes front splash guards on your F350 dualies. So there you go. And then fuel tank for your diesels will be a 34-gallon for the short bed, and it'll be 48-gallon for the long bed, and gas will be the same way. So 34-gallon for the single rear wheel or for the shorter wheelbase, and long bed will get the 48-gallon fuel tank. So there you go. Now let's move this to the back here so you can see this better. We do have the step on the side of the bed as well as in the rear bumper back there, so you can help get things out of the bed. We also do have the 4x4 decal. It's going to be on the side. And we also do get the wheel well liner in the rear for the F250 and 350 single rear wheels. And then center high mounted stoplight. It'll be LED up here. And then we do have the rear window with power sliding rear window with privacy glass and rear defrost. You can see that window right there. We also do have the tailgate is removable with a key lock. So it's a remote, it's power lock, power tailgate lock on that. And we do have the tailgate applique on the back with the King Ranch on the back there. And we also do have the tailgate handle that's going to be body colored back here. And then power tailgate. So it's power down and power up. Tailgate step as well is included with this, with the handle and the step. And then rear view camera back here, so you can be able to see as you're backing up, reverse sensing system as well, and reverse brake assist. So if you're not paying attention to the camera and the sensors, then it's going to brake the vehicle so you don't hit somebody back there. So the rear bumpers also get that accent color like the front bumpers back here. And then we do have the 2.5-inch built Ford Tough trailer tow receiver. And then if you have a dually, F350 dually crew cab with a high output diesel or F450, then you're going to have the 3-inch built Ford Tough hitch receiver. Trailer tow package gives you the 7-wire harness with the relays, 7-pin, 4-pin connector, trailer sway controller, and trailer brake controller with the smart trailer tow connector as well. And then for the King Ranch standard equipment is your Pro Trailer Backup Assist and Hitch Assist. That allows you to use that dial to back up a trailer or back up to a trailer. using that as well. You get trailer reverse guidance as well with this system too. So spare tire, wheel, and carrier, that's going to be underneath under here. Your jack for your single rear wheels will be a 3-ton mechanical, 4-ton hydraulic for your dualies. And then we do have LED box lighting inside, along with some plates for tie downs that you can add to the bed as well. So, all right. Ooh, a lot of stuff right there. And then let's go to the interior here. I'll go to this shot first. Floor covering is going to be carpeted, full carpet flooring. Floor mats are unique front and rear for the King Ranch. We do have scuff plates front with the inserts, the King Ranch inserts in those. The door trim is going to be unique panel door trim there for you with some stitching on there with the King Ranch leather inserts and wood grain appliques and reflector in the doors. AC vents that are silver with the chrome rings on those. We also do have ambient lighting that's a fixed color. I believe it's ice blue. And for the seats, unique King Ranch Kingsville antique effect leather seats that are standard equipment on these. I love these seats. There are people that go to the King Ranch just for these seats. 40 console 40. So you have that big console with the King Ranch logo on those as well. Multi-contour driver and passenger seats. That means massaging seats for you right there. And then the easy entry driver seat with the memory means that when you turn it off, it's going to move the seat back. So that makes it easy to get in and out. Driver memory is going to control the seat, the pedals, the steering wheel, and the mirrors. So we'll get to those others in just a second. Front heated and ventilated seats, a manual driver lumbar for you, and a 4-way adjustable head restraints, which means not only will they go up and down, but also they'll ratchet forward and back. And then, rear seat is back here is a 60/40 split bench seat back there that does have an armrest that comes down. You do also have the seat cushion that comes up 60/40, as well as the backrest that comes down, that folds down if you need it. And then the head restraints as well on those right there. And then I think these outside ones like flip down if you need them to, but then also this one, the middle one goes up too. And then we do have map pockets for front and rear doors. And then I think map pockets behind those seats. The power equipment group gives you the power windows, locks, and everything, including auto lock, auto unlock, and locks the tailgate as well. And then your windows is going to be one touch for those front windows. That means you just hard press it down and they're going to let go and they're going to roll down. Pull that till you feel a click and they're going to go up on their own. Power windows for the back windows as well. Now let's go to this image. We have the 12-inch LCD productivity screen here that gets you for your fuel economy, all your settings and everything. Control those with the pads on the right side of the steering wheel. Left side is your cruise control there. We'll get into what kind of cruise control you get in just a second. Audio controls on the steering wheel as well and everything else like that. Heads-up display. We're going to get that. Doesn't show it in here, but you'll see the heads-up display in there with navigation, different things on there. So you don't have to look down. The memory power adjustable pedals, so they'll go forward and back, and they're included in your memory. The steering wheel is a unique King Ranch Kingsville wrapped heated steering wheel with power and telescoping, so electronic could go up and down, forward and back, included in your memory. Adaptive cruise control, so that allows you to be able to have that, including lane centering, stop and go, and predictive speed assist. So lane centering means it'll help keep you in the center of your lane. So real nice. Adaptive cruise control. If you're going behind somebody, it'll slow you down to go their speed without having to press the brake. You pass them, it'll resume you back up. Even bring you to complete stop. So if they stop in front of you, it'll bring you, you don't have to hit your brake. Once they get going, hit your resume and you'll get going again. So predictive speed assist is for if you're going into curves, maybe to where it can't handle that, it'll slow you down for you, which is kind of nice. Also, it does that and uses that for your speed zones. If your speed zone changes, it'll also adjust your cruise control too. So pretty nice. And then the climate control is a dual zone electronic automatic climate control as well. And your audio system is a B&O Unleashed sound system with 14 speakers. HD radio includes a subwoofer, Sirius XM satellite radio with a 360L. You get that for 3 months service. We'll talk about a way you can get it longer, standard equipment. And then Sync 4 system with the 12-inch screen with the information on demand, which means you can slide that information over. Like you can see the radio there and the navigation here. So you can slide that over and they switch places. Kind of nice to have that. You also get 911 Assist, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, digital owner's manual, and the conversational voice command, which means you can set it up to where when you say okay Ford, then it automatically listens, and you can make those commands for changing the climate, different things like that, navigation, all that stuff. So that's pretty cool. Overhead console with sunglass bin. Let's go to this here. You'll have that as well with map lights up there too. You will have the mirror will be a electro self-dimming rear view mirror. You can see that also does have the sunglass holder up there too. You also do get garage door openers up here for 3 different transmitters. The visors are cloth, color coordinated cloth, driver and passenger with covered illuminated vanity mirrors as well. And then down here in the console area, you have, I think, an outlet down there as well as a power point. I think there's a power point in the console as well. And then let's see what else here. We do have the outlet. I mentioned that in the dash. There's also one behind the console. And then if you slide this, first of all, this cover looks nice, has a King Ranch on it, nice wood grain finish. Slide that forward, you have a wireless charging pad in there, and I think a couple of different USB ports as well in there. 5G modem for this year, including with the Ford connectivity package. We've only seen that on the Expedition for 25 and the Mustang Mach-E. Now it's rolling over to the Super Duty for this. It gives you unlimited Wi-Fi hotspots, so that means devices can connect to a internet in the vehicle. So unlimited service for that. Also gets connected navigation, as you're seeing there. And you get audio video streaming. So we're talking about Spotify, all that kind of stuff. Voice assistant as well, and entertainment. So pretty cool system. I have it in my Expedition, and it's pretty cool. Ford Pass app also is free. So you can remote start the vehicle, unlock and lock it, schedule remote start times, locate your vehicle, check the status of your vehicle, like your tire pressure and your fuel and that kind of stuff, and give you notifications as well on different things for your vehicle. So there you go. Now, a couple standard packages I want to talk about. We're going to get into the other package in a second, but you get the 360-degree camera package is standard equipment. That's going to give you a camera on each of the mirrors, one on the back of the cab as well, front of the vehicle, the back of the vehicle, so you can see completely around you. Also allows you to be able to see into the bed of the vehicle and give you down the side with that trailer reverse guidance, kind of like what you're seeing here in this image. And then also gives you the capability for attaching the camera as a standalone option. You can get the auxiliary camera for your trailer, so you can put it on the back of your trailer. That's pretty cool setup right there. So there you go, all that setup right there, and does include all that stuff right there. Also on the F-250s, you're going to get the greater than a 10K GVWR package as well included, because with all that equipment, you're over 10K. So there you go, right there for you. So let's talk about colors for you. Get the one right here. So let's go back to colors real quick, and let's go over some of these colors for the King Ranch. Now, there are some different colors, depends on whether or not you have the chrome package. We'll get in the package in a second, but there are some color options available here for you, and some that are no longer available. So let's go through those first. So darkened bronze is no longer available. It didn't require the chrome package last year. That is no longer available this year. Antimatter blue was available last year. Probably needed the chrome package as well. That is no longer available for this year. So two discontinued colors for this year. Agate black or agate black, however you want to say it. That is a no-cost color that is available this year, both in the regular King Ranch or the chrome package. We do have the Oxford white. I think it's this one here. That is available, again, with or without the chrome package. So you have that as well. And then we do have the ruby red tinted clear coat. That is $495, and again, available with or without the chrome package. We do have the star white tri-coat. That's extra $995 for that color, and the ruby red was $495. I think these prices will stay the same for this year. That's 3 coats of paint, again, available with or without the chrome package. Now, Glacier Gray is available with the chrome package, so it does require that. You can see it takes a 2-tone away. So there you go. So that's available for you, and that's back for this year as well. And then we do have Marsh Gray available with a chrome package. It does require the chrome package. We've seen that on the F-150. So that is available with that because it doesn't get the 2-tone. It just wouldn't look right. And then Argon Blue is available with or without the chrome package for this year. And that's a new color that we really haven't seen. So There you go. And then on the interior, your color of the interior is this. So this is the only option for interior colors for the King Ranch for this year. So, all right, now that we've covered all the standard equipment, let's talk about some of these different packages that are available on the King Ranch. All right, let's talk about the Chrome package. This package is the same as it was last year, $1,240 for that package. And this is available on your Lariat 4x4 and your King Ranches. King Ranches only come in 4x4. So that's how that's going to work. So that is available on those two trim levels there, and not available with the black appearance package. Kind of makes sense, right? So this package here is going to be pretty much similar to the same as it was last year. So 6-inch angular bright anodized step bars for the Lariat only. 20-inch chrome wheel. That's the alloy wheel that's on the single rear wheels only, of course. It says includes 20-inch chrome wheel. The tires, I'm sorry, is the LT 275 65R20E black sidewall all-terrain tire for your single rear wheels. Chrome door, your dualies will keep the same wheels that they have. The chrome door handles right there. And then you do get the chrome exhaust tip, unique chrome mirror caps, chrome front and rear bumper for the King Ranch. And now, do note, if you do this on the King Ranch, it does delete the two-tone paint on the side. So that's something not everybody realized last year. I like to make sure everybody knew that. So if you go with this on the King Ranch, you're used to that two-tone where it would be chrome bumpers on the front and back is still the two-tone at the bottom. You lose the two-tone completely. So also available, you'll notice there is the power deployable running boards on the Lariat. They'll replace the 6-inch angular bright anodized step bar. King Ranch will have the power deployable boards already on their vehicles. So there you go. There's that package again, about the same as it was last year. Nothing changed, it looks like, for that package. Now let's talk about the FX4 Off-Road Package. This package is $550 this year as well as it was last year and is available on all your 4x4 pickups. And again, requires 4x4. Also requires the all-terrain tires for your F250s and F350s. And on your F450s requires that 225/70R 19.5 G traction tires. I think that already comes with the vehicles on your 4x4s anyway. Also does require electronic locking differential on your single rear wheels and a limited slip rear axle on your dualies. So if you get this package, you might see the dealer asking you that you'll need to add one of those. So you might have to pick one of those. So just keep that in mind. This is going to give you the hill descent control. So it's going to really help out if you're off-roading, coming down that hill. This is going to help with that. It gives you half-mile increments that you can set that down as you're coming down the hill. Off-road specific tuned front and rear shocks. So again, off-road capable, allows you to go out in the field, off-roading, whatever you might need. Skid plates as well. It's going to cover the transfer case and the fuel tank. And then don't forget, you got to have the FX4 Off-Road decal as well on the side with the red FX on it as well. So that's all going to be included as part of this package. Again, available in all trim levels with the 4x4. Now let's talk about the Tremor Off-Road Package. And this year, it's a little less than last year. It's $4,450 this year, so $50 less. And is available on your XLT, Lariat, King Ranch, and Platinum trim levels. Again, of course, does require 4x4. Now, something to note here at the launch is a late availability on the XLT and the Lariat unless you order the Lariat Premium Package or Lariat Ultimate Package. So all XLTs, this will be a late availability. And Lariats, if you don't order those packages, it's going to be late availability for you as well. We don't know how late. Typically, that means job 2, but not always. Don't forget, this isn't available with the 8-foot box, not available with the dual rear wheel, not available with the rear stabilizer bar, and not available with the spare wheel and tire delete, and not available with that Torque Shift G automatic transmission. In fact, when you order this on a vehicle with a 7.3 liter gas engine, like you said, you're seeing there, it's going to automatically upgrade that transmission to the better transmission. So also this is available with the 6.7 high output Power Stroke diesel engine. Does require crew cab. And also, of course, you mentioned that transmission right there. But for this year, you can also get this with the 6.7 liter standard Power Stroke diesel engine. That's option 99T. That was not available last year. And I think they've done that so that more people can get this quicker, because that's the 6.7 liter high output is a higher, it's a lower production rate. So that helps you out. So this is going to include your 430 electronic locking axle with your 7.3 liter gas engine. Also, it's going to give you the 355 electronic locking final drive ratio with the 6.7 liter diesel engine or the 6.7 high output diesel engine. Also gets you the 35-inch Ultra off-road tire. That's an LT 285 75 R17. And it's going to give you the 18-inch black or ebony black machine and painted aluminum wheel. So real sharp looking wheel that comes with this. Also for your F2 on your F250 greater than 10K GVWR package is going to be included in this as well. And the lane departure warning has been removed from this package. So there's your $50 savings. The unique front springs with the ride height increase. Also, so you're getting better springs on this. The rear electronic locking differential. The front limited slip differential in here. So again, totally off-road capable here. Performance front and rear shock absorbers as well. The off-road running boards. That's a textured matte finish like we see on an F-150 Raptor, right? Love those boards. Also does have the skid plates to cover the transfer case and fuel tank. You also get the unique front air dams. The approach angle is going to be improved on that. So it's going to be a shorter air dam up there. So that'll help with that. Water fording vent tubes for the transfer case and axle. You also do get rock crawl mode. You get trail control mode as well. And for this year, you're also getting a trail turn assist as well included. So that's going to be an upgrade for this year. So kind of you get an upgrade and it's less money. So that's cool. Tremor off-road decal on the side. And if you get this with the black appearance package, that'll be in black. And then we do have the spare is going to be a conventional road wheel with an LT 285 75 R18E black sidewall spare tire. So there you go. Also, like it says down here, available with your power deployable running boards for certain trim levels. Now, keep in mind, it is not available with, as it says there, the Baja or the interior trims 6J or 6B. So that's the interior codes on that. So there you go. So I already mentioned that stuff earlier about what it's not available with. So there you go. That Tremor off-road package is a pretty cool little package, and is a little bit upgraded. It's got trail turn assist for this year. So if you need that, that's a nice upgrade. All right, now let's talk about a really popular package that a lot of people just feel like this should be standard on every vehicle. And this is standard on a few vehicles. This is $650 this year as well. And that is the fifth wheel gooseneck hitch prep package. You would want to order this if you want to add a gooseneck or fifth hitch. So add this, and then this does not include the hitch. So standard on F450s, but available on all Super Duties. So XL, XLT, Lariat, King Ranch, and Platinum. It's available on those F250s and 350s, and not available with the bed mat. I think that probably lists it down here. Not available the drop-in bed liner, and not available, of course, with the pickup box delete. So this is going to include 5 pickup box bed attachment points with plugs. So that way you can attach a fifth wheel or a gooseneck. You see that gooseneck in the middle. One frame under bed cross member. So going to give you another cross member up there. And also it's going to include the wiring connectivity inside the bed. So it's going to be on the driver's side, back in the back. So that way you don't have to run that down under the bumper or anything. It's going to wire there on the side of the bed. And then it does say the tailgate delete cap kit as well in there. And that is shown in there. So it must have been a late change there. So there you go. So you just keep that in mind. And don't forget, this is compatible with your different hitch kits, right? So there you go. You can get the fifth wheel hitch kit or a gooseneck hitch kit, and that's compatible with those. So you definitely want to make sure you get this along with it. Now, this might slow down things because this isn't just a free demand option, which means that it is a little constrained. There's only so many that it can do, and because of that, might take your order a little bit longer to get scheduled. So keep that in mind. Now let's talk about the Ford Connectivity Package one-time purchase. They're considering this a package you can order. It's $745 for this package. So let's go over that Ford Connectivity Package, of course, includes on the XL and the XLT that unlimited Wi-Fi hotspot. But on XLT Premium, Lariat, King Ranch, and Platinum also include the connected navigation, your audio video streaming, voice assistant, and entertainment. Now, if you like all that package there, I think it kind of incorporates the old premium, the connectivity package, along with navigation and along with the Wi-Fi hotspots, all into one package. You can get it for 7 years. Well, it says one-time purchase. It's saying unlimited, but it's a 7-year package. It's $745, so that's about just over $100 a year when you get that. So that's an option there. If you want to get that, you can add that to your vehicle. When you order it, you can add it, or the dealer can also put it on your vehicle at the time of delivery. So you can make that decision later if you're not comfortable with making that decision when you order a vehicle. All right, so let's talk about this F250 high capacity axle upgrade package. I'm not showing a cost, but because I believe this package is a no cost package in here, and this is optional on the I think it doesn't mention there. It says available on all F250 Super Duties. In here, it does say pretty much the same thing. So also does say in here that not available with the pickup box delete, as it mentions at the bottom here, and does require one of the diesel engines. So either the standard 6.7 liter 4-valve Power Stroke or the high output engine. So either one of those. And this in here is going to include your 11.6-inch axle upgrade. Also going to include that F250 greater than 10K GVWR package. And it's going to increase your GVWR up to 11,400 pounds and increases the GCW on your diesel engine as well. So again, this is something that some people might want to upgrade to and be able to upgrade that axle. So there you go. Okay, now we're going to talk about the snowplow prep package. It is $250 this year as well as last year, and really nothing's there actually is one thing that's been added to this package. So let's go through this. Available in all your 4x4 pickups, as it says there, requires 4x4, and not available down at the bottom. I'll tell you, not available with the Tremor Off-Road Package, not available with the heavy service front suspension package, and not available with that heavy service package for the pickup box delete. So not available with those. So this package here is going to include the customer selected springs for the snowplow application. So just like you're seeing with that truck in the image there. Also does give you the 190 amp alternator with the 6.8 liter gas or the 7.3 liter gas engine. So either one of those two engines. Also gives you the 410 amp dual alternator with your diesel engines. So whether it be the 6.7 standard diesel or the high output, it's going to get you the 410 amp dual alternator. Also rapid heat supplemental heater for your diesel engine, your high output diesel engine. It says in there. Doesn't mention that's on either one of those. Actually, it says on here rapid heat supplemental heater on the 6.7 Power Stroke diesel engine. Doesn't mention the high outputs. Also does get for this year, actually it's mentioned in there as well. I didn't see it in the order guide from last year. Tailgate delete cap kit as well. So you're going to get that too. And then optional, some options you have is you can also upgrade to this 250 amp alternator on your gas engines if you'd like to do that. So there you go. That snowplow prep package, great for those that need to have that snowplow put on their truck to help everybody out in the wintertime. Now let's talk about this camper package. It's $160 this year as well, and this package really hasn't changed from last year. It's the same as it was last year. So this is available. It says in here available on all dually Super Duties at the top there. So XL, XLT, Lariat, and King Ranch and Platinum dualies. So and then also it mentions actually in here it's the XL, XLT, and Lariats. And then also King Ranch dually and Platinum dualies. Is what it sounds like to me on that. So anyway, does say in here not available with the 20-inch wheels and tires, the pickup box delete, or the Tremor off-road package. So keep that in mind. This is going to give you the extra heavy service front springs on your two-wheel drives. It's going to go two upgrade above the spring computer selected according to the standard. And on the 4x4s, it'll take it up one on that as well. And then rear auxiliary springs as well, the rear stabilizer bar, and you get the slide in camper certification. And then you get the tailgate delete cap kit I would have liked him on this image to show him actually putting the camper in the bed, because that's pretty much what this is for, is being able to put the slide-in camper in there. But even with that, a lot of people want this upgrade because if they're towing as well and pulling, they want that upgrade in the rear auxiliary springs, right? Rear stabilizer bar. They would want that as well if they're pulling a camper like this too. So I get it. Anyway, there you go. Now let's talk about the snowplow and camper package. So you get both. So if you're one of those that needs both, you can, you need that. You have that with this other package. It's pretty much combines the two, $305. So actually, I think saves you $5 if you go with the combo package. So this package here is optional in the XL, XLT, Lariat, and King Ranch dually. Says in there, but this package is not available on, it's on the Platinum. So not available with the 20-inch wheels or the Tremor package, not available with your heavy service front suspension package or the one with the box delete, and not available with the pickup box delete. Now in here, does require 4x4. There's no mention of the black appearance package. So it looks like you can get the black appearance package and get this package for this year. So that's not included as not available. So that's something that's different from last year. All right, does get you pretty much, you're getting the camper and the snowplow features together in this one package. So that's giving you the upgraded, the springs for the snowplow application, giving you the upgraded alternator for your gas engines and the ones for your diesel in there as well, giving you the rear auxiliary springs, rear stabilizer bar, the slide-in certification, and the tailgate delete cap kit as well in there. So you're getting all that as well. So that's all included there into one package. So again, if you're kind of needing, you want that all, then there you go. You can get that set up that way. Let's talk about the heavy service front suspension package. It's $125 this year as well, and is the same as it was last year, it looks like. Not available with the Tremor Off-Road Package, and not available on the Snowplow package either. And is optional on all pickups. It doesn't say two-wheel drive or 4x4, so it should be available with either. And this in here is really trying to help out. So recommended for only on vehicles which will permanently utilize aftermarket equipment such as heavy-duty winches, brush guards, or other apparatus which loads the front axle to the specified gross axle weight rating. So just keep that in mind. That's a great way. It includes the heavy service front springs, one up for that, so to help with that ride height and everything, and because it'll weigh that front down, right? So that's a great package to add if you're in that situation. Now let's talk about this fixed 10,000 GVWR package. Now this is available in F250, Lariat, King Ranch, and Platinum. Not available with the Tremor Off-Road package, not available with the 6.7 high output diesel engine, and not available with the F250 high capacity axle upgrade package. So this is actually going to help keep that GVWR at 10,000 pounds for those higher vehicles that get all those extra features and everything that are included on that Lariat, King Ranch, and Platinum. It kind of keeps that down to that, giving you that basically a GVWR label at 10,000 pounds. Let's talk about this vehicle integration system 2.0. It's $400, and this is optional on all pickups. And we did see it listed under the fleet order options, but I believe it is available on a retail purchase as well. And it's recommended for box delete in trucks that will utilize an upfit aftermarket equipment because it really kind of allows you to be able to program different things into that screen. So it includes a programmable and connected vehicle integration system into your screen there, your infotainment, your center stack screen. So it's a pretty cool system that Ford came out with, I believe 23 model year when they came out with that, when it got redesigned. And it's a pretty cool little system that allows you to be able to connect those in and be able to control those on your center stack screen. All right, now that we've covered the packages, let's talk about standalone options now. We're going to start with your powertrain options up here. For this, as we mentioned, standard is your 7.3 liter in most of the configurations, or the 6.7 Power Stroke engine. But you do have options to go ahead and upgrade to the other engine. So we mentioned in the F250 that it came with that transmission, that GE transmission, like we see down here. Now you can option up for the 7.3 liter with a 10-speed automatic on the F250, but it does require the Tremor package for you. So just keep that in mind as well right there. So, all right. Now, you can also option up for the 6.7 Power Stroke diesel engine on your F250s and 350s if you want. And that's going to come with that better transmission, that torque shift 10-speed automatic. And you can also, and oh, by the way, that is going to cost $10,995 for this year, $500 more. And the high output Power Stroke diesel engine is now $13,495. They both went up $500, and that is an option for you, and it's available as well for you. So there you go. Those are both options for you there. So all right, 4x4 only way to get that, and we covered that. Now let's talk about gear ratios, and this can get a little bit hairy here for us. Now let's talk about this for a second. Oh, I got the right sheet there. First of all, let's talk about the F250 and the F350 single rear wheel. And first, let's talk about the F250 by itself. With the torque shift, with that torque shift G transmission, it's going to come standard with the. Actually, let's go back to that. Yeah, it's right there. That's going to come standard with a non-limited slip 373 gear ratio, but you can option up for an electronic locking 373, as you can see here. I'm assuming that's the same price for this year, or a 430 electronic locking. So these two. Now, if I try to select these, it's going to tell me to pick different options and different things. So there is the option there for the F250. Now, for the F250 and 350 with this transmission here, which on the F250 requires you to go with the Tremor package, but if you have an F350 single rear wheel, you would get that transmission, and that's going to come standard. Let me find it here. That'll come standard with on the F350 single rear wheel will come standard with electronic locking 373 gear ratio, whereas on the F250 will come with a non-limited slip 373 with the option for the electronic locking 373. But you can also go with the 430 electronic locking gear ratio as well for both the F250 and F350 single rear wheel. So just so you're aware of that. Now on the F250 and 350 single rear wheel with the diesel engine, it'll come standard with a non-limited slip 331 gear ratio for you. So actually, let's select that so you know what that is. And it doesn't matter which of those diesel engines you pick, they'll both have the 331 non-limited slip gear ratio for your single rear wheel, with an option to go with electronic locking 331. So as you'll see there, you can then select that one there if you want to go with that as an option for you. Or you can go with a 355 electronic locking. But on that one, you may have to go with like the Tremor package. Oh, no, all you have to do is add the high capacity axle upgrade package. So that is an option for you as well right there. All right, now let's talk about the F350 dual rear wheel because it is a little different. If you have that, and I think that's going to come with the 373 7.3 liter standard, will be the 373 limited slip gear ratio for you, and then you'll also then has an option have the 430 limited slip gear ratio. So both of them will be a limited slip, either 373 or option up for the 430. Now, for the diesel engines, it'll come standard with the 355 non-limb slip. So a little bit different than it was with with this one here, where it's a 331, with an option to go with a limited slip 355 or the limited slip 410. So a little bit different than it was with the single rear wheels on that. And of course, all your 450s will come with the 430 430 limited slip differential on all 450s. Only option gear ratio for those. So there you go. So there's that. Now let's keep scrolling down. We're going to get to some of these different. I already covered the packages. Let's get into some of these. Now these wheels here are part of different packages, so there's really not a wheel or tire option because if you go with that wheel is your Tremor wheel and that is your chrome package wheel. So really no other wheel. And I really like the look of these. So actually, when you look at them, these two look almost the same. And the difference is you get that kind of that bronze look to it, right? So pretty cool. So the mirror, you're going to that really good mirror is going to be the standard mirror on this, only mirror available. Power deployable boards as well. We're going to talk about some dealer installed options, but I don't think they're available on the King Ranch. And I haven't done a King Ranch yet. So yep, actually they're not. So never mind. I won't talk anymore about that. So let's scroll down, and we're going to cover on this the rest of these options, exterior and interior, and then dealer installed separate. And we're not going to cover the accessories. Accessories, I decided we're going to do in a separate Super Duty Saturday video series. So be making sure you're subscribed for that so you can get that. But let's cover these separately. And we're going to do exterior and interior factory options first. And then we're going to talk about dealer installed option. And that's because some of these are new and some of them, anyway, I'll let you know when we get to that. But first off, on the exterior options, we do have the engine block heater as an option here for us. And I think it's at $190 for that. And that's option 41H if you want that. It's somewhere here. A lot of accessory options in here. But that should be available as an option, and I don't see it in here, but there it is right there. Also, you can get as a standalone option. We did not mention a keypad. You can add it as an option, and it'll still be integrated into the B pillar, option 63B, to get the keypad entry for the driver's side, and it will be like it was 2 years ago. Last year, they did something stupid with it. Anyway, this year it probably won't be that price, but it will be a standalone option. So it won't come with the keypad from the factory unless you add the standalone option, and it still be integrated into the keypad and be put on at the factory, which I'm glad they're doing that. Transmission power takeoff provision, that is available, and option 67R. So there you go. That's an option for you if you want that. So that allows for that. It's going to give, that includes the transmission mounted live drive and stationary mode for the PTO. We do have onboard scales and smart hitch. It's not standard equipment. It is option 91D, but you can add that as well. There's your PTO there, 280. And then the onboard scales, actually, I think that is down. I don't know why it's on the interior. Maybe because they consider it in the bed. 650 for that. So that's pretty nice. And that it doesn't show an image, but that allows you to be able to see your scales and everything when you're loading that up. The Pro Power, the onboard, they're considering that interior option, even though it's in the bed. 2 kilowatt is $980 for that. So that is going to be included. No constraints there on that because of the you already get the dual batteries and the 410 amp. So front license plate bracket. If you're in a state that requires a front license plate, it's standard equipment. But in states like Kansas where it's optional equipment, or it's not required, it's optional. It's option 153. It's still no charge option though, and the dealer will install it either way, whether it be standard or optional. The LED, the clearance lights. If you want that for your single rear wheels, it's $95. It's option 592. Also, spray and bed liner is an option from the factory. And so that's done there. Also, drop-in bed liner is from the factory, but for some reason they include it as an accessory. So you have those options, the drop-in or the spray and liner. And $595 for the spray and liner, option 85S. I would leave it off your order and let your dealer do it or find a place to do it because it will hold up yours getting scheduled for production dates. I've seen it happen. So, and sometimes they'll even tell us that. So, and then interior options. So we have the max recline seats as an interior option. So you can get that. A max recline seats right there is $560. That allows it to recline back. So that's different than massaging seats, which is standard equipment. So that is option 90M and gives you a 10-way power driver seat, 8-way power passenger seat with the 4-way head restraints. Now that's already in standard on these for the King Ranch, but on some of the other models, the head restraint is actually an upgrade for that. The power twin panel moonroof is available, option 63V, and I believe that is $1495 for that. Is it not showing that in here? Oh, they consider that an exterior option for some reason, but it is $1495 if you want the twin panel moonroof. Floor mats, all weather. That is a standalone option. There you go. Does not include the carpeted. Actually, it should include carpeted mats for the King Ranch, but it is saying that it won't. It does say, yeah, anyway, it's option 16T. I'd assume it comes with your mats. You can get carpet delete on the King Ranch. And so because of that, if you do get the all-weather mats, then you do, well, it doesn't matter because 4x4 is the only way you can get those. But on some of the trim levels, you had to go 4x4 to get that with the carpet delete. But you already have that. So there you go. And the diesel engines, you can get a rapid heat supplemental cab heater. So there you go. And that's option 41A. And I believe, is that in here? Yeah, $350 for that. So there you go. And then upfitter switches, $230 for that. So does it show an image of that? There you go. Upfitter switches. So with that one there, just so you know, you should have the alternator you need for that, standard equipment. But so there you go. Whether it be diesel or gas, you should be good to go there. Option 66S if you want that. Now, new for this year is that Sirius XM with a 360L, get 3 months included. If you want, for $300, you get a 3-year plan through Sirius. So you don't have to get it through Sirius. You get it from the factory that way. So they're basically going to unlock it for 3 years for you for $300. You can add that to your order. Now, if you don't add it to your order, you won't have to go through Sirius to get the subscription if you want to. So if you know that's something you want, you like I do, you're going to keep it for 3 years, $300 is a little bit better than what Sirius probably does. It's going to be less than $10. So that's not too bad. There you go. All right, now let's talk about some dealer installed options. And some of these, like I said, are new for this year. So bed hooks, retractable by Bull Accessories. That is was available last year. $70 for that. So you're gonna 2 of those. They're gonna go in the back, in the very back corners for that. So there you go. You can get that. And those actually, we've been ordering a couple of those, and those aren't too bad there. So those not available with the retractable bed cover if you order that. So also something that you can get through Ford Accessories, which is where I'd recommend you get it. Not available with the diesel engines is the battery jump start system, GB70 by NOCO with a case. So that's a jump box. Get it through Ford Accessories. I wouldn't put it on your build. Don't want to take the chance because these dealer installed options, the way it works is they actually aren't even taken care of at the factory. They will ship it through Ford Accessories to the dealer, and then the dealer will install it or put it in your vehicle. Well, the problem is that they'll actually tell people, they'll tell them, hey, this got shipped out. It's built, it's shipping out. Well, if it ships out quick, that part won't be to the dealer in time. And we've seen that happen in a lot of cases. So that's why I want to give you warning on why I separated these out is for that reason. So also the couple different things from Real Truck Advantage. They're working with them on a couple bed covers. So you have a hard rolling truck bed cover by Real Truck Advantage, not available with the pivot bed storage case or the drop-in liner, but that's a different option for a roll-up bed cover. And we have a Sport Roll Soft roll-up truck bed cover by Real Truck. Again, these are dealer installed options. Windshield sunshade by Covercraft, also new for this year, and I assume that's like a glare strip at the top. Like we do window tint, so we can do that for our customers. But if you want that, then they would put it on at the dealer when it gets there. The Super Duty Toolkit by All Trade. I assume this is going to be available through Ford Accessories, but it is in here. It's new for this year as well. I wouldn't recommend not unless, it's probably a cool toolkit, but we don't have images of this or anything yet. Illuminated front emblem. So up here, this is F-150 has been pretty popular. Replaces this emblem with an illuminated. It'll light up. It triggers in with your lights. So when your lights are on, it lights up that front emblem there, which is kind of cool. Again, dealer installed option. The side window deflector kit smoke. That is not new. It was available last year. So that's going to put those on the side of the windows there for you. Again, dealer installed. That's by Lund. And you can see it's $160, probably the same price this year. The pivot bed storage case, left and right hand by Undercover, not available with a drop-in bed liner. And I think there they are. See what those look like right there. So $310 for those. First aid kit by Ford logo. That is a dealer installed option, but I would recommend not getting that or the roadside assistance kit. Those are both available through Ford Accessories. Get it off their website. You can get it before your truck even gets built, right? So there you go. Warn winch. This is a dealer installed option. I wish they had a better image of this, but you get a winch and you get the, everything. It shows you what all is included. The wire remote controls, 70 foot of the strength synthetic line. So that is included. Now, just keep in mind on that. Of course, you can only get King Ranch and 4x4. Not available to F450 and not available to F350 dually with the 410 final drive ratio. And it does say, or the high output diesel engine. But up here, it mentions a diesel engine as needing the dual alternator. So don't know whether you can get it with the high output diesel engine. So I'm a little confused on that myself. If you order this with the F250, you need the greater than 10K GVWR package, but don't worry because that's already standard equipment on King Ranch. And you already get the dual batteries as well. So you should be good to go if you want to add that to your vehicle. $4,200, I think, for that. It might go up this year. I don't know, because that's a Warren winch, and I think Warren's um, out of state. So it might cost more. Who knows? Now let's talk about this here. So we do have a couple different options here for an auxiliary camera. That would be a trailer camera. So that means a camera that you can place on your trailer and wired into your 360-degree cameras as an option. There's also a trailer TPMS that gives you the trailer tire pressure monitoring system for your trailer, gives you 4 sensors. And then also the fifth wheel Gooseneck blind spot information system. So it monitors your blind spot of your Gooseneck or fifth wheel trailers, not just your conventional trailers like we did see already as standard equipment. So it's $1,700 if you want all 3 of those, but there's also options you'll see for different variations of that. So if you want the TPMS and the bliss for your Gooseneck fifth wheel, you don't need the camera. You can go with that option for $1,330. Let's say instead you want the camera and your TPMS, but you don't care about the blind spot. It's $980 for that option. Or let's say you decide you want just the tire pressure monitoring system. It's $580. Or you just want the camera. It's $480. So there's, again, different options for that through there. Spare tire lock. We didn't mention it earlier, and hopefully I mentioned that it didn't come with one. If you want that, is a standalone option, and it's probably listed in here somewhere because it is that is not new for this year. Um, it's $80, so there you go. So it's going to give you that, and the dealer will put it on for you, and it'll come with an extra key that you'll have to put with your other key. Wheel locks. So if you want that, so you can see that, it'll change out. The dealer will do that. $85. That's available with your 20-inch wheels, which all your King Ranchers come with 20-inch wheels. So there you go. All right, that's all that. So that is all the equipment I want to cover. Again, we'll do accessories in a separate video on a Super Duty Saturday video, but hopefully this did help you out, give you some information. Again, order banks are open up if you want to go order from your local dealer. If you want to order from us, then we are doing invoice pricing as a YouTube special, $1,000 off if you finance with us as well. We will require a deposit just because once that gets scheduled for production date, we can't stop it. And it is going to be built to your configuration, and that might be difficult sometimes for us to sell. Just depends on the configuration. So that's why we ask for a deposit. Now, if you cancel before it gets scheduled for production date, we'll give you a deposit back. So if you're in a situation where you got a 25, you don't know if it's going to get scheduled, so let's order a 26, we can do that for you, because all that scheduling for 25 will be done before they start scheduling 26. So if it gets scheduled, then we can cancel that order and give you a refund back. So anyway, or give you that deposit back. So that's how that's going to work. So just check us out. We are the #1 selling Super Duty dealer in the state of Kansas and one of the top 100 in the country. And because of that, we get a lot of allocations and will not have any issues us getting your order scheduled for production dates. If you watch any of our scheduling videos, you probably have already know that because we talk about that. But there you go. So, all right, that's all I have. Smash that like button. We have one more video to go through and cover, and that's the platinum version here. So hopefully you guys do stay tuned for that. Make sure you're subscribed with the bell notification turned on so you don't miss any of our videos, including our live streams and our scheduling videos on Tuesdays and our Super Duty Saturday videos on Saturday, as well as we do Bronco and Maverick videos, all kinds of videos on this channel. So hopefully you are already subscribed with that bell notification turned on. And until the next video, stay positive, be kind to one another, be kind to yourself, and we'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.